Om Gurubhyo Namaha. This is the second talk on the serpent power to bring evolution and enlightenment. In the Vedic calendar, celebrating the festivals like Naga Panchami, which is a 5-day festival, and doing the vratam, doing the pujas, and transcending, people connect to this serpent power within themselves and raising their consciousness to understand this evolution, transformation, and enlightenment. It reminds them of the serpent power, which is the perception beyond the 5 senses. This Naga then represents that dimension which cannot be perceived by the senses and which is the Atma alone. So here it is the pure consciousness that is represented by Shiva, because Shiva is the pure consciousness and the pure silence, and he is seen to be wearing these snakes as ornaments. Vasuki is one such ornament. Here it symbolizes two things, that Shiva has conquered the senses and he is the pure absolute consciousness. The second is the serpent power is very comfortable with the one who has transcended the physical matter. In the physiology, the Nagas are related to the water element, and they are seen as the cellular activity and the flow of the blood. And the whole of the energy that is flowing, the Kundalini energy, is seen like a river. And this serpent power represents that river of energy flowing through these chakras and nadis and raising the consciousness of the human being. The Kundalini energy is referred to as the serpent power, dormant serpent power, which has to be awakened. And I will speak about this briefly in the next talk. But Adisesha, who became the bed for Mahavishnu, is referred to as the time. This time is again understood as the Kalpa, one whole period where the creation and the dissolution has happened. Adisesha in Puranas is known as a very highly dharmic embodiment, highly intelligent, full of wisdom. He reminds us of the evolution, that there is always a remainder in the evolution until one gains perfection and enlightenment. The different births are taken because you have not finished or completed this cycle of evolution to attain this perfection. And Adisesha is that remainder. Sesha means remainder. When Adisesha starts uncoiling, it is said the time starts moving. This time for the evolution starts moving both in the individual and also in the entirety of the nature for another creation to happen. So here in this Vedic culture and the yogic culture, the maximum attention has been given to Naga and connecting to that in spirituality in an adhyatmic way. There are many snake carvings and paintings in every Indian temple, especially the ancient temples. And it is said that these figures represent the celestial beings, those who are in higher consciousness and superior powers compared to the human beings. And they would often take the form of a snake to express this dimension of existence or power. And so the Nagas that you would see in the temples are these higher celestial powers. These Nagas or serpents, they are very sensitive and are drawn to people or sages when they are meditating. And that is why in a lot of pictures where the saints are meditating, you would find the snakes around them. I have personally experienced this when I was in Tirumala doing my tapas and also in the Himalayas. Several times the snakes would be visiting frequently and also shedding their skin. But the sannyasis and the saints would not kill them. They would simply pick them up with a long, tall bamboo and put them out on the other side of the wall. It is a great sin to kill a snake in this culture. It becomes a bad karma and it can become the Kala Sarpadosha. So if a snake is killed, then accidentally or incidentally, then a proper funeral is arranged for it and all the Vedic rites followed so that one should not incur the sin. Finally, the highest form of perception, which is the opening of the third eye in Shiva's forehead, is punctuated by the presence of the snake. It is also important to understand that there are Nagalokas in the netherworld, a whole society of not just snakes but also human beings who belong to the snake clan. And these are called Nagas, and they played a very important role in shaping the consciousness of this culture and this nation. And also the great temple of Angkor in Cambodia was built by these Naga descendants. I will continue with the third talk. Jai Gurudev, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.